most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Tim Sims General Tires Winter Nationals. Round number 5 this evening, right here from beautiful Rossburg, Ohio, on the Eldora Speedway. Drivers out working in the track right now, getting ready for tonight's event. 25 cars look like checked in to the pits. And we are going to get ready to take it down trackside for our opening ceremonies when we come back qualifying.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
right, big thank you to Sam and Johnny Foley for our invocation and our national anthem this evening. Drivers moving into qualifying right now. Couple of laps for that. We'll put our top 10 ticker up. The Red Lobster, top 10. And we're going to watch them go right now. Let's check your points. Kevin Hanley, your points leader in the series. 12 points ahead of Jason Randolph. About 24 points ahead of Garrett Boyd. And Alex Straczynski in the fourth. And Matt Westfall in the fifth spot. Only 12 points from first to second after 4 weeks. That's pretty tight right there. And they got 4 weeks to go. We'll have one drop week in the points, but that's not coming into play till the end of the season. Right now, Buddy Ware quickest in qualifying at 16.738 seconds. And then Kevin Click goes to the top, 16.693 seconds, so 3 1,000ths quicker. Kevin Hanley now jumps to position number 2 at 16.696 seconds. And then Buddy Ware still at 7.38. 19 of our 25 cars have taken time. Make it 26 cars in the server. Mr. Straczynski getting a couple extra laps in. Let's go see Chris Douglas down here, the 82 machine, taking laps. Last driver currently stationed at the Hillbilly High Banks with Tim Nichols and the boys. Got several of those guys in the pods over there. All right, now Mr. Douglas jumps to 14th, 17.128 seconds. So 23 of our 26 drivers have taken time. Cody Kelly not on the clock. Kendall Tucker and Scott Bowersock not having taken time just yet. See, Austin Semmelman jumps in here, and he goes to fourth quickest. We're going to get ready for heat race number 1. As the clock ran out on qualifying, we'll run down our Tim Sims starting lineup. On the pole, the 88 machine of Garrett Boyd, and to his outside from Des Moines, Iowa, and the number 47 Casey's General Stores machine, that'll be Jason Randolph. Row 2 on the inside, the Scott King Designs, 19 Designs, Tony Stewart Racing, Semmelman Sim Racing, number 18 from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Austin Semmelman, and on the outside of him, the Alkaline 88 Brent Mark Sim Racing team, number 27 from Ontario, Ohio, Kevin Click. Your third row on the inside, the BSB BGI Sim Sports, number 1 from Junction City, Kansas, Jacob Schmutz, and on the outside of him, the 25 car of Sean Hughes. Your fourth row on the inside, the Pates by Boyd BGI Sim Sport, number 9 from Tahlequah, Oklahoma, Colby Cooper, and on his outside in the 71 machine will be Barney Craig. Scheduled to start on the back and not making the call at this point will be the 10 car of Scott Bowersock. So I think we're going to go with 8 cars. Your top 4 go straight to your feature this evening. Everybody else will have to work through the B main. Get into our feature. Right now, scheduled to have 3 heat races, so we'll be looking for 8 cars out of that B main. And in between the B main and the feature, we'll have a quick dash for cash for randomly selected cars. Will be called out onto the track. 6 laps for them. Running for some instant cash. Hello, Gary. I heard you. You got me speakers going. So,
Jerry Keyser here from the Hillbilly High Banks.
You have to turn the speakers down a little so I don't feed back to myself here, sir. Sorry about that.
How's that?
That sounds a little better. What's up, Jerry? I didn't know you were there. I tried to talk to you earlier, and I couldn't raise you, so I was just going to move on till you joined me.
Little bit of computer issues here at the Hillbilly High Banks, trying to make sure we get everybody in. That's actually what's held up the car that normally piloted by Scott Bowersock tonight could be driven by Kenny Douglas. Looks like he'll miss the heat race. We'll get to see him in B main action. But Barney Craig in the house. He'll be starting from the back of this one.
Well, it's good to have you back. Nice long vacation there, buddy.
Yeah, nice for you guys, maybe. It wasn't always so fun for me. You went through some rough spots, but glad to be back here at the Hillbilly High Banks, ready to go for round number 5 of the General Tire Winter Nationals here at Eldora Speedway.
All right. right, drivers who let the pace car get away from them here. They're going to go green out of turn number 4, 8 times around. Well, like I said before, your top 4 going straight to the feature. Everybody else is going to have to play in what we call the alphabet soup, the B main, where we'll find 8 cars to fill out the 20-car main event for 40 laps this evening. And I am going to let Gary get us started here.
All right. Field down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Pace truck peels off. Green flag will go in the air. We are underway.
Good start through 1 and 2. Garrett Boyd's going to jump to the front of the pack, and he's got Jason Randolph tucked in neatly behind him. They'll come down to complete lap number 1. It'll be Boyd at the line by a nose. Randolph, Simmelman, and Click, your top 4 as we head off into turn 2 for lap 2.
Battle up front for the lead now. Garrett Boyd feeling the challenge. Also, Kevin Click and Austin Simmelman battling for that 3rd spot. Battle 2 by 2, heading off in turns 1 and 2 for lap number 2.
2 in the books, 6 to go. Now Randolph squeezes in front of Boyd. Boyd not going to take that sitting down. He flies right back by Slider in 3 and 4. I don't think it's going to stick. Randolph will lead the 3rd lap. They're still too wide, too deep as we start lap number 4.
Randolph, Boyd, and Simmelman go nose to tail. Garrett Boyd now looking to the inside, trying to grab the lead back. He'll work through 3 and 4, right down the inside there, nearly 3 wide as they exit turn number 4.
Fantastic battle at the front right now. These guys really going at it. Hammers and tongs. Oh, Kevin Click. That's Kevin Click's car back there. I don't think they're going to throw a caution. It was far enough behind. They probably should have, but I don't think they will. We're going to get down to 3 to go here. It's going to be Randolph, Boyd, Simmelman, and Hughes now. Sean Hughes into your 4th and final transfer spot.
But it's the top 3 where all the action is right now. Garrett Boyd down on the bottom. Jason Randolph in the middle, Austin Simmelman up high as they had to head down into turns 1 and 2 for one final time.
Drivers not making this easy on each other. We're making it exciting for the fans. Still 3 wide. They've been this way for an entire lap and a half now. We don't see that very often. White flags in the air, and they are still wide, 3 wide at the start-finish line.
Down the back straightaway. Looks like the advantage right now goes to Austin Simmelman up on the high side. He'll pinch down, block the 50 of Jason Randolph and Garrett Boyd. Down out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Give the win to Austin Simmelman.
Jason Randolph, Garrett Boyd, and Sean Hughes will take the automatic transfer spots. We'll see Cooper, Schmutz, Craig, Click, and you said Douglas probably in the B main. I don't know if Douglas is he actually going to be able to race, Gary? Hopefully he got in time. All right, let's get ready to go here. Oh, that's not the camera. Let's get this one. All right, heat race number 2, gridding out on the end of pit road, ready to roll out onto the pole. Be the 54 car of Matt Westfall, and to his outside, the 0 of John Fall. Your second row on the inside, the 23 of Alex Straczynski. And on the outside, the Cadillac man, and the Cadillac sponsor, number 110 from Albany, New York, Kevin Hanley, your points leader in the series currently. Third row inside, Chris Douglas, the 82 machine. I thought he was in a different car, but we'll go with that. And on the outside in the high side race, where Fast Line Speedway Engines, UDSRA, number 56 from Livingston, Montana, the Flying Fossil of David Flick. And your 4th and final row inside, the 86 Mason Leon and Tommy Faust Jr. in the 18 car on the outside of that row.
Lima Land Motorsports Park stock car standout Chris Douglas starting 5th in this one. His boy Kenny was scheduled to be in that first heat. Kenny making his first start with us as part of the GT Nationals. We can see how he does later tonight through the B main.
Very good. All right, down the back stretch. Last time under pace. Next time they come out of turn 4, it'll be loud and noisy around here. And we will get heat race number 2 started.
Pleasant Hills, Matt Westfall, and the 000 John Fall lead them down through turns 3 and 4. Pace truck is off. Green flag is in the air, and we are underway.
Westfall going to stick the 54 car out front, runs right through the middle in 1 and 2. Here comes Alex Straczynski.
Trouble on the back straightaway.
Oh, no.
Around.
Kevin Hanley, and he's going to get it righted. That's going to mean a whole lot of work for the guy on the 110 machine. The Cadillac man going to have to come through the B main, but Strzezinski at the front making a challenge for the lead out of turn 2, a winner in the series already this season, and he's putting pressure on Westfall. He's got John Fall behind him in third, Mason Leon in fourth, as we're about to complete lap number 2.
Strzezinski all over the rear bumper of Matt Westfall as they head off the turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. John Fall trying to close back in on that battle. We'll see what happens. Here goes Strzezinski to the inside in turns 3 and 4.
Strzezinski with the slide job. I don't think that's going to stick. Westfall easily counters that, gets the lead back at the line. But Strzezinski not going to give up, keeps it wound up on the top side out of 2. He's going to have to stay there in 3 and 4. I think Westfall is going to lead another lap. These two battlings allowing the 0 of Fall and the 86 of Leon to close in as we're 4 down, 4 to go.
Matt Westfall working the bottom. Alex Strzezinski working the high side. John Fall trying to close back in on him. Those two are still pulling away. It looks like Strzezinski keeping it wound up on the top with a slight advantage down the front straightaway, but Westfall right there on the inside.
3 to go for your leaders. Strzezinski, Westfall, then John Fall behind that, Mason Leon, your final transfer car straight to the A main. David Flick in 5th, Chris Douglas, Kevin Hanley, and Tommy Faust rounding out the field. This battle at the front might be over now. Strzezinski's got about 5-6 car lengths on Westfall as we're inside 2 to go.
Strzezinski starts to stretch it out over Westfall. John Fall about 7 car lengths behind him. But Mason Leon still has a chance trying to find a way to John Fall's rear bumper with 1 lap to go.
Strzezinski almost a full second out in front. He's in 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to pick up the checkered flag, win heat race number 2. He's going to the A main, and he'll bring Matt Westfall, John Fall, and Mason Leon with him. We'll see Flick, Hanley, Douglas, and Faust in our B main. A lot of action. This has been a very exciting night so far. The first 2 heat races. If that's any indication of what we're going to see in Heat 3, this might be a little more than I can handle tonight, Jerry.
Well, we got the hillbilly himself, Tim Nichols, starting outside row number 1 here in heat race number 3, so likely to be some more action. I want to give a shout-out to Larry Bose, longtime manager at Eldora Speedway, here with us tonight at the Hillbilly High Banks, watching in.
All right, row 1 on the pole, the 7-Eleven car of William Evans on his outside, the aforementioned Tim Nichols in the 31. Your second row on the inside, the 6 car of Cody Olson, and to his outside, the Superior Buildings Beware Racing, a number 17 from Iola, Kansas, Buddy Ware. Your third row looks like this. The 1 car of Wade Fields on the inside, and on his outside, the Forrest Waggy. I-55 Lars UDSRA number 73 out of St. Louis, Missouri, Larry Moody. And on your back row, Tony Anderson, the 22 machine, sits alongside the Swindell Speed Labs number 21 from Mount Airy, North Carolina, Kendall Tucker. I'm not sure Tucker's car is 21. I think he has a different number. Yeah, he's got the 00, and I should know that as much as he races with us, but I always forget. We need to change that for him in the information sheet. Put our eyes on the 31 machine right here for the start. We will watch Mr. Nichols. Been a while since he's been on track with us. Nothing but technical difficulties have kept him off. That and plowing snow, but get us started here, Jerry.
Absolutely. Also keep an eye on Frank Palladino back there in that 22 car, former track champion at Eldora, as that green flag waves, and we are underway.
The New York native William Evans jumping out to the front, but Nichols going to cut underneath. He may have the lead when we get to turns 3 and 4, and he definitely is going to have it when the mistake is made by Evans on the outside. Lap 1.
Oh! We got a car upside down.
Looks like he might be back on his wheels. Was that Olsen that got upside down, or was it Anderson? Wow.
Anderson was involved. I believe Olsen was the one that got up and over.
Well, at least he landed on his wheels. He's able to continue. Oh, he's able to continue. But Nichols out in front of this thing, and he's led the first 2 laps, but he's got a challenge now. Here comes Wade Fields up the inside, off of turn 2, rocket down the backstretch. A new leader in the final heat race as we come to the end of lap number 3.
Tim Nichols loses that lead, drops back to the 3rd position. 4th position. as Wade Fields, William Evans, Kendall Tucker.
Tucker won last week in his first start in the series, and he's making a statement here. Started 8th in the heat race, and he is already battling for second behind Wade Fields. He took it away from Nichols, and Evans now working the top side. He's going to try to take third away and make Tim Nichols your bubble boy right now. He needs to stay where he's at if he's going straight to the feature. We've got 3 laps to go in the final heat race.
Trouble for Nichols as your top 3 get together as well coming down the front straightaway. Things getting very interesting up front in this one.
Two to go, that time by Tucker. About 0.2 of a second ahead of Evans. Wade Fields still battling off the bottom. He's going to try to get back in this thing. See if he can make a race out of second for sure. Takes it away from Evans. White flag in the air one more time around the final heat race of the evening.
Kendall Tucker with it wound up top. No challenge this time through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag will go in the air. Give the win to Kendall Tucker. Wade Fields, William Evans, side by side to the line. Evans will take the second spot with Wade Fields third.
And old Hillbilly himself is going to come home in fourth, so he's going straight to the feature. Moody Ware, Olson, and Anderson will be in the B main. That will be coming up next. All right, waiting for the cars to start gridding out for the B main. Scheduled to be 13 of them on the track, and they're going to line up like this to Tim Sims. Starting lineup, Colby Cooper will be on the pole with David Flick to his outside. Then Larry Moody inside row 2 with Jacob Schmutz on the outside of him. Your third row, Kevin Hanley inside, Buddy Ware outside. Row 4 will be Barney Craig and Chris Douglas side by side. The fifth row, Cody Olson and Kevin Click. Your sixth row, going to be Tommy Faust and Tony Anderson. And lining up on the back, you said that's not Bowersock. Who's in that car?
That is Kenny Douglas in the 10. And that car that's normally driven by Tony Anderson, that's Frank Palladino tonight, the former track champion at Eldora Speedway.
Okay, so we're going to be missing the 27 of Kevin Click, so we will have 12 cars racing for 8 spots. And we'll have the Dash for Cash right after this. 4 randomly drawn cars will come out on the track for 6 laps, racing for a little bit of greenbacks.
Nothing wrong with that. With the top 8 coming out of this B, should be interesting to watch that row number 4 with Barney Craig and Chris Douglas, no strangers to each other in stock car racing.
All right, lights are off on the pace truck. We'll be going green out of turn 4 with Cooper and Flick on the front row. Should be an exciting B main. Every heat race has been exciting. I don't see any reason for this to be any different.
Green flag, green flag.
Lots of great cars involved as we go green. Colby Cooper, David Flick, bring him down. Jacob Schmutz trying to make a move early to make his way towards the front in this one.
Schmutz threaded the needle, went between Click and Hanley. He's going to take over third, at least for the time being. Right now, Cooper, Moody, Schmutz, your top 3, and then Hanley. Hanley got away from Click right there by about a car and a half at the end of lap 1, and he's going to keep that 110 car married to the bottom of the track as we're going through 3 and 4 to complete lap number 2.
David Flick working that number 56 into 5th. He's having some heavy battling with Buddy Ware as they trying to battle to stay in that top 8 as well. Still lots of racing to go in this B main.
Flick a little out of shape, almost got the left front into the right rear of Buddy Ware's car. Keeps it up off him. He's going to give up spots now. He is 7th. Tony Anderson goes around on the top side. Move Flick in the 8 car to the 8th spot. It is still Larry Moody and Colby Cooper battling hard at the front. Too deep, too wide for your front 4 spots.
Meanwhile, back there in that 8th and final transfer spot, Frank Palladino keeping it wound up right up on the top side, just like he does with the stock car, seeing if he can battle his way up towards the front as he runs 7th in this one.
Palladino there and Flick having all kinds of problems. That's going to open the door for Kenny Douglas to get by as the car spins down the backstretch. Tommy Faust gets the car righted, and he's back underway, but Kenny Douglas in that 10 machine is going to have that 8th and final transfer spot right in front of Barney Craig. We're going back to the front. They are still too wide, too deep up there. This is great racing with 4 laps to go.
Absolutely. Throw a blanket over your top 4. Right now, Colby Cooper holding on to that lead over Kevin Hanley, Larry Moody, and Jacob Smuts as they head out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway.
All right, now action just nonstop. There's Hanley with the slider. I don't know if that's going to stick on Cooper. They were dead even at the line. Timing and scoring can't even distinguish between it. It gave Cooper the lead that time. And these guys really getting at each other in this top 4 and bring Cody Olson in the 6 car into this. In 5th, closing in on Larry Moody right there as we're coming down to 2 to go. Oh, a little net code right there, and Moody's going to go around. I don't think we're getting a caution. That's unfortunate for Larry Moody. He's having a great night tonight until then.
Absolutely, that's going to shake it up, but look out up front. Still Hanley, Cooper, and Schmutz, your top 3.
White flag. That time by final lap in the B main. Nose to tail, Hanley, Cooper, and Schmutz, your top 3. A little ways back to Ware. Then Olson in 5th. Anderson, Bowersock, and Barney Craig in that 8th and final transfer spot. If he can keep that 74 car facing forward, he's going to the feature tonight. Flick, Moody, Faust, Click, and Douglas all eliminated from the evening. Our 20-car field is set, and we will await to see who the 4 randomly drawn cars are for our Dash for Cash. It's been pretty exciting. I hope the feature's as good as all of the first 4 races.
No kidding. It's been real good. That was in a very interesting B main with trouble there at the end for a couple drivers. But that's going to set up for a great A main as guys like Colby Cooper, Jacob Smuts, and looks like Kenny Douglas starting to get the hang of these big blocks. He could be interesting from the back of this one.
So it looks like we're going to have Olson, Anderson, Craig, and you said Kenny Douglas is in the 10 car. That's who our 4 Dash for Cash cars are going to be. They came out of the B main. They're going right back onto the racing surface. They're racing for a few greenbacks here. So we will get them out there. 6 laps of the distance on this one. Got to count it manually. And I promise you, each and every time I mess it up, and I think they get 7 laps, but once I go back and look at the replay, they really only got 6. So if I get out of line here, 100% apologize before it happens. We're waiting for him to get lined up so I can call you the lineup here. Right now, it looks like Cody Olson is trying to position himself to be on the pole. Kenny Douglas looks like he is going to line up behind. Everybody's single file. Let's figure out where they're going to go. They should be too wide. There we go. Now we're getting it better. Palladino is going to go to the outside of the front row with Olson. And then Douglas and Craig. So 6 laps. Let's see if we can get them started right here. Looks like the green flag is
Green
out.
flag, wait.
Go ahead.
Cody Olson will lead them out of turns 1 and 2 with Kenny Douglas running second. Frank Palladino in third. Barney Craig at the back for now. We'll see if these guys can close in as we come down to complete lap number 1.
1 in the books, and it goes to Olson. Kenny Douglas still sitting second. Palladino is in third. Palladino, the only car running above the midline on the track right now. And he's able to hang on to third, but he's not making progress on the 2 guys at the front. It looks like Douglas has got a pretty good handle on these cars. He's not really losing any ground to Olson as they got 2 in the books, 4 to go.
Kenny Douglas, former quarter midget ace, now making his start in the big blocks tonight as part of the GT Nationals, trying to get the handle of that car, see if he can close in on Cody Olson as we come down to complete lap number 3.
Halfway home in your Dash for Cash, and now Olson goes top shelf. Keep the bottom, the basement open for Douglas. Palladino started to close in just a little bit there in the 22 car. And now that seems to have leveled off as we're down to 2 to go in your Dash for Cash.
Palladino, trouble out of turn 4, gets into the wall. That's going to allow Douglas to get away just a little bit, and Barney Craig to get underneath him. Looks like Barney Craig going to get by Palladino, at least for now, down the back straightaway. Douglas a little squirrely heading into turns 3 and 4, but Cody Olson, high, wide, and handsome as they come down the front straightaway.
White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Olson, big lead over Bowersock. Full straightaway down the backstretch, or not Bowersock, Kenny Douglas, excuse me. As he comes out of 4, he's going to pick up the win here in your Dash for Cash. Kenny Douglas will come home second. Barney Craig in third, and Frank Palladino will round out that field.
Cody Olson all alone like the chess club president on prom night in this one. Kenny Douglas coming home second. Great run for that young man.
That might be the best thing I heard all day. So Olson wins that. They're going to get ready to put 20 cars out here for 40 laps in our A main, the General Tires Winter Nationals, presented by Tim Sims, powered by iRacing. So we just wait for the drivers to get out of the cars, get everything prepared, and get ready to get back right into them for our A main. Don't have any commercials to run tonight.
2 seconds here.
All right. Good to go. So about to start round 5. The feature race is our next race, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Everybody over on YouTube, Twitch, say hi in the chat. I know I have that covered for whatever reason, and I will uncover that, see who all is talking to me. I see Mr. Henninger. I see Don Jessa, Kathy Beaver, Anthony Carr, Dustin Holub, Dylan Moffitt. Guys, thanks for saying hi in the chat. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Don't forget, subscribe if you're over there for the first time. If you are on Facebook, jump over to the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page. Give us a like, a share, and a follow. The cars are gridding out for our feature race tonight. They will line up like this. William Evans on the pole. Matt Westfall will start to his outside. Your second row, Jason Randolph and Kendall Tucker. Both former winners in the series. Tucker, in his first start last week, picked up the win. Row 3, another winner in the series. Alex Straczynski will start inside. Austin Semmelman to his outside. So a lot of fast guys in this front 6. And you get to the 4th row, you got Garrett Boyd, another quick car. Usually runs at the front in every single one of these events. John Fall will start in position number 8. Row 5 inside, Wade Fields outside. Sean Hughes. Your 6th row, Mason Leon and Tim Nichols. The man, the myth, the legend, the hillbilly from the High Banks, Tim Nichols, starting in position number 12. Row 7, the Cadillac man, Kevin Hanley, inside, and Colby Cooper on the outside. Jacob Schmutz and Buddy Ware on row number 8. Row 9, Cody Olson and Tony Anderson. And Kenny Douglas and Barney Craig starting on our back row tonight.
40 laps in this round number 5 A main for the General Tire National. Special thank you to General Tire, Super Clean, Red Lobster of Lima, Radio Hospital, Buckeye Flooring. Should be a great one tonight here at Eldora, Roger.
I'm expecting a great race. The B main and all the heat races were super exciting, great too, and sometimes even 3-wide racing. I think these guys are going to put on one heck of a show. See if we can go 5 for 5 and not have a repeat winner in the series. But they are ready to go green out of turn number 4, and the green flag is in the air. We're underway.
Full wide through turns 3 and 4, battling for second.
Wow. You'd think it was too early for that. These guys act like they're racing for $100,000 here tonight.
Boy, it's awesome. You got William Evans out front, Austin Semmelman, Jason Randolph, Kendall Tucker, your top 4. The Flying Buckeye, Matt Westfall, currently in 5th with Garrett Boyd and Alex Straczynski in the top 7.
Yeah, they're 3 wide for a second out of turn 4. They're going to square that away. Semmelman now to the point. Evans falls back to second. Tucker right in behind him, and he's got Randolph down the inside, down the backstretch. Top 5 within striking distance of the lead. Now make it 6-7 as Westfall gets in with contact between Tucker and Straczynski. This is going to be exciting all race long. You can feel it this early.
But boy, that contact lights a fire under Matt Westfall. He'll dive to the inside. Almost makes it 4 wide as they head out into the turn 3 and 4. Thinks better of it. He'll settle back up to the high side and try to close back in.
Garrett Boyd, the 88 machine, staying stuck down on the bottom, and he's making progress coming forward. That battle from second back to 6th. Evans, Szuzinski, Tucker, Randolph, and Westfall getting tight. They 3 and 4 wide each and every lap. I'm waiting for somebody to make a mistake, and I hope they don't, because this is very exciting to watch right now.
Absolutely. Settleman running up front. Westfall been running a high line and diving down, diamonding off the corners in 1 and 2. Hit a heck of a run down the back straightaway. Trying to do it again here as he closes in on your second place car, William Evans.
Evans in a battle here. Tucker is getting around him on the top side, it looks like. And Jason Randolph took the same line. He's not able to do it, so Tucker's going to fall to 4th. Randolph will be in 5th. Boyd got around Westfall out of 4 the last time. He sits in 6th. Westfall is 7th. Schmutz 8th. Colby Cooper 9th, and Sean Hughes rounding out the top 10. We're already 8 laps into the 40-lap A main.
Szuzinski closes into the rear bumper of Austin Settleman as they head off into turns 3 and 4. This one's getting close up front. Matt Westfall waits behind them, hoping for a mistake. Meanwhile, William Evans, Jason Randolph about 10 car lengths behind Westfall, trying to close back in on that top 3.
Slide job from Szuzinski didn't stick. Semmelman got back around him. That's going to allow Tucker to close back in. 3 of the premier drivers on the service right here, nose to tail, side by side, each and every lap, racing for the lead in this one. And we're just now working lap number 10. I can't wait to see what happens if they break away and we can keep this thing green, especially when we get to lap traffic.
Still 30 laps to go. Anybody's race. Matt Westfall, multi-time champion in sprint cars, modifies, even running some late models and go-karts. So Westfall definitely not a stranger to running something a little different at Eldora as he heads to the high side now to challenge for that second spot.
Great run down the backstretch. He's going to close in on 5th place, William Evans here. Evans trying to keep the car up on the top. He just loses a little ground in the middle of the corner to each car behind him. Both ends of the track right now. That time Westfall went to the middle and he lost about 6 car lengths, but going to close that back up. I'm sure it won't take him very long. Now Tucker makes a bid for the lead in 1 and 2. Is he going to have it on the slide job? Szuzinski able to drive right alongside. This getting good at the front. 3 different leaders in your last 4 laps. Fantastic racing at the front.
Absolutely, they're side by side, heading off into the turns 1 and 2 once again. We got a car turn around the wrong way on the back straightaway, bringing out the caution. Looks to be the 22, Frank Palladino.
Yep, let's go check out what happened to Frank here. Looks like he's by himself. Right rear got up in the fence on the exit of 2. Pulled him in. Barney Craig finished him off about midway down the back stretch. So kind of self-inflicted wound right there.
Product of these tracks slicking off. It gets a little sketchy as you get off into the corners sometimes and down the straightaways. But a lot of fun to watch these guys race and figure out how to get around this big half mile at Eldora Speedway.
Quick look at your top 10. Tucker, Szuzinski, Semmelman, Boyd, Evans, the top 5. Then Westfall in 6th. Randolph, Schmutz, Hanley, and Cooper. And to add to that about the top of this thing, this place treacherous enough around the top. But when that cushion starts to get a little bumpy, if you get that right rear, especially in these big blocks up there, it sticks out past the fender. And if it touches that concrete barrier, it is going to pull you and slam the right front end. And you're just along for the ride at that point.
Absolutely, and when that happens, you're going to, at the very least, lose several spots, if not end your night.
So the lights will go off on the pace truck. We should double them back up. Almost to halfway now, about 6 laps short of halfway. A lot of racing left, and we can get another, 15, 20 lap run in here. I think you're going to see those top 3 break away again, and it's going to go back to Slide Job City. Like I said, those 3 up front, some of the premier drivers here on the service, and they are not afraid to run each other tight, hard, and close. And it will be pretty fun all the way to the end. Garrett Boyd up there now as well.
Absolutely going to be fun to watch. You know what they say, Roger, sometimes cautions breed cautions as the pace truck pulls off. Green flag comes back out. We are back underway with Kendall Tucker and Alex Szuzinski leading them down.
Big run for Szuzinski through 1 and 2. He brings the car in behind Tucker, keeps it right on the back push bar there. Didn't try to take it to the inside. I don't think it would have done any good. Tucker would have just took it right back. Oh, now Szuzinski's into the fence. He gets bumped by Boyd. Going to keep it facing forward, but he's going to lose a couple spots. Now he's in danger of losing places to the two cars behind that. William Evans, the 711, and Jason Randolph in the 47 there. He's going to get it righted. That's going to open the door and let Kendall Tucker get a massive lead right here.
Absolutely. Now Austin Semmelman going to try to find a way to reel him in, but he's got a long way to go to catch the 21 of Kendall Tucker as we come down to complete. Oh, yellow flag out.
That's Straczynski. Straczynski really pounded the car in the wall in turn 3 on the entry. Let's go back and look. But I think he got the right rear a little too close and sucked himself into the fence. Oh, yeah, touched it in the middle of the backstretch. William Evans had no choice but to bump the back of the car as close as he was, and then Straczynski with the lazy rollover lands it back on all fours. So he'll probably have to take that in, have a quick look, the attention of his crew, and join the back of the field for the restart. So Straczynski going to be behind the 8 ball with 23 laps to go if he wants to stay up top in the points here.
You wanted a show. You're going to get it now with Alex Straczynski going to have to come from the back of this one to battle his way back up to the, like you said, and try to garner those valuable points towards the General Tires Winter Nationals Championship.
Yeah, it'll be Tucker, Semmelman, Boyd, Evans, Randolph, the top 5, then Hanley, Westfall, Olson, Schmutz, and Cooper. Still inside to the top 10 when we go to the restart. Like I said, 23 laps to go, so not quite to the halfway point. Working caution number 2. A lot of racing left. This track getting super slick, and that top is only going to get more and more treacherous along that cushion. We're going to watch these cars. They go in there and start bouncing. It's really kind of like a, I don't know what you call it. It just never stops. Once this car stops bouncing, this new tire model they put on these big blocks, this car starts bouncing. It's like you can never get it to stop unless you physically stop the car. So that'll be fun for the drivers, I'm sure.
We'll see what Kendall Tucker and Austin Semmelman can do with it as they come down to take the green flag once again with 23 laps remaining in this A-main for the General Tires Winter Nationals.
Oh, looked like Semmelman clipped the fence right there through turn 2. That opens the gap for Tucker. Now it's a battle side by side. Boyd on the inside, Evans on the top side through 3 and 4. Evans has third, and they're 3 wide behind him. Hanley up top, Boyd in the middle. Randolph was on the bottom. I don't know if that's worked out yet or not. They're going to come out of 2 down the backstretch for lap 19, and everybody's starting to get single file.
They start to fan out with Kendall Tucker leading over Austin Semmelman, William Evans, Kevin Henley, Garrett Boyd. Top 5. Looks like Randolph trying to take a peek under Boyd as they exit turn 2, but we continue on into turns 3 and 4 with Kendall Tucker and Austin Semmelman 1 and 2.
Watching back here at 7th. Those guys were 4 wide. Olson, Westfall, Schmutz, and Cooper. They're getting it worked out. Schmutz took over that 7th spot, and they are stacked up like cordwood behind that 2, 3, and 4 wide. This is outside your top 10, and they're racing this hard. You know everybody wants to go to the front and race like that, but they're not taking it easy on each other even outside that top 10.
Looks like Alex Straczynski has worked his way back up to 13th after coming back from the tail, trying to battle his way through. Will stay green after Matt Westfall gets squirrely down the back straightaway. Straczynski now cracking the top 10, trying to close in on your leaders with 17 laps remaining in this 40-lap A-main.
Restarted about 19th, and now about to make a pass for 9th. If he can get around Olson and make that stick, leaves the door open on the top. Olson back by. Still Tucker out in front, but not by much. 4 car lengths maximum over Semmelman. Those two. Huge gap back to Garrett Boyd, about 1.5 seconds. And then Evans in 4th behind that. Hanley now going cut down line in the middle of the corner, takes the car from the wall and drives it out the bottom in 1 and 2. Keeps it there in 3 and 4 this time. He sits 5th. Jason Randolph is 6th. Then Schmutz, Cooper, Olson, and Straczynski. Straczynski can't get around Olson. If he can't get around the 6th car, he's going to have a hard time going forward. I saw Fields catch the wall in 2 right there.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution flag will wave. That's going to close this field back up and shake this all up with about 14 laps remaining in tonight's A-main.
Palladino just went for a ride. Let's see if I can grab that car. I'm not going to be able to till this thing stops moving, so. Now it's just doing it to me on purpose. I saw him tumble down the backstretch. So
looked like possibly Barney Craig not able to get woed up. They were running so close together and got into him, and then Palladino going upside down the back straightaway.
And now we're back to it. Finally got the 22 car to quit dropping through the timing screen here so I could catch him. And it looks like he's all by himself right here. Going to go into 1 and 2. He's about 15 car lengths behind the 2 cars in front of him. Oh, just overcooked it getting into 1. And then he came down the track right in front of Barney. And, yeah, that's how you get in the spin cycle. So 14 to go. We go back to green. They're going to line them up 2 wide. Tucker and Silverman on the front row. Boyd and Evans in row 2. Hanley and Randolph making up a row 3. Not much time left. Guys got to go now. They cannot wait.
Tucker and Silverman looking to be the class of the field before that caution came out. We'll see if they can do the same thing this time and get away. But here comes the 88 of Garrett Boyd to the inside.
Good choice there by Boyd to check the car down. It's going to cost him 1 spot. But he kept it from being a giant wreck at the front of the field in turn 2 as he went for the slider line on the restart. Now he falls into 4th right in front of Jason Randolph. Kevin Hanley up the inside 3 wide, 2 deep. All the way through turns 1 and 2. That is 7 cars you could fit in a 2-man tent. And I don't know how they got out of there without killing each other, but a great bit of driving right there from everybody as we are down to 12 to go.
And it looks like Kendall Tucker and Austin Semmelman will want to run this one out by themselves after Semmelman gets up in the fence a little bit. 1 and 2, loses a few car lengths. Those 2 right now, the cream of the crop. We'll see if the rest of these guys can close in and make a run with just 10 laps to go this time by.
Evans is settled into 3rd. Boyd settled in behind that. That's your 4th place car. Now Hanley's got a battle with Jason Randolph side by side. And they are still 3 wide behind that. Schmutz is right in the middle. Strzezinski now up here, and Cooper's on the top side. Strzezinski trying to find a way to thread the needle, get past these guys. He wants to go back towards the front. He knows the laps are winding down as we are down to 9 to go this time.
Looks like some heavy contact. Shovel a couple cars back there from that battle. That's going to allow Boyd to look to the inside and try to challenge his way up into 3rd and see if he can close in on your leaders.
Big slider right there from Boyd. Evans' last second cut down is going to take the spot back. These 2 battling hard for 3rd. That's a podium spot. Everybody wants to be on the podium. But I think Garrett Boyd would like to dispatch William Evans and try to run Semmelman down here, and he just can't get it done.
Tucker with a 2.5 lead over Semmelman. William Evans 3.5 back from that battle. Garrett Boyd right there trying to close his way on that 3rd spot. Jason Randolph currently in your 5th spot. Colby Cooper, Kevin Hanley, Jacob Smutch. Cody Olson, Alex Rzazinski still back in that 10th spot.
Look at the leader getting into traffic now. Caught up to the 0 car of John Fall. He'll go inside in 1 and 2. 5 laps to go that time by. Now Tucker puts it in the fence on the slider line, getting around the lap car. John Fall not making it easy for your leader to get around. Now Tucker clears him out of 4. 4 to go this time. 1.7 seconds ahead of Austin Semmelman.
Tucker stretching that lead out to 2 seconds now as they come down around 3 and 4.
Contact.
To see
I think Palladino got contact with Tucker when he went by and really got the car out of shape, and he's just now getting it back up underneath him. But the 2 to go signal from the flagman in the flag stand to Kendall Tucker, 2 seconds ahead of Austin Semmelman in 2nd. Man, he is driving away from these guys.
Kendall Tucker making it look easy, even though having a little trouble with the lap traffic, but he'll stretch it out a little bit further as out through turns 3 and 4. He'll see the white flag this time by.
I think this one's all but decided right here. Tucker just needs to get through 3 and 4. Win tonight. Round 5 of the General Tires Winter Nationals goes to Kendall Tucker. He goes back-to-back. Becomes the first repeat winner in the series. Austin Simmelman will come home second, and William Evans will finish on the podium. Hadley and rounded out the top 5. We'll get our top 3 around to the front stretch, get them parked. Talk to the boys before we let them get too far away from their cars. We probably won't get to with Austin Simmelman as he parked the car a little early, didn't bring it around for us. We'll see if we can get a hold of him and talk to him anyway as we watch Kendall Tucker grow across the scales, and he will bring that car up on the podium. And we will be speaking to him, William Evans, and Austin Simmelman shortly.
Still got to give a shout out to Alex Rzinski, coming home 8th after going to the tail halfway through this one, battling his way back up through a very tough field of cars tonight.
Yeah, Strzezinski, it's funny, Michael Meek started the season off. He won race number 1, and since then, the next 3 weeks, he could run at the front and for some reason could not seal the deal. He had nothing but bad luck, and I wonder, since Alec won, has had a couple of really not great races, but, still finishing very well. He's kept himself up there in the points. Maybe it's just one of those things, once you win here, the monkey jumps on your back and you can't get it out.
Well, it looks like Kendall Tucker kept that monkey off of his back up to win tonight in this 40-lap A main as part of the General Tire Winter Nationals, brought to you by General Tire, Super Clean, Red Lobster, Radio Hospital, Buckeye Flooring, and we'll get ready to head down for Victory Lane interviews.
Yeah, William Evans is not going to be able to interview as he has microphone issues. He let me know that up front, but I know he'd be really thankful to everybody who puts on the series, to Tim and General Tires and everybody. I talk to William fairly regularly, and one of the good guys in the world of sim racing right there. Good to see him have a great race. So we will pass interview with him, and we will move right on to our second place finisher, Mr. Austin Simmelman.
Hey, what's up, Roger?
Oh, Gary is in here, and we've been missing him for a couple of weeks, and I think he's got some questions for you about that run tonight. Fantastic run, by the way. Congratulations on second place.
Thank you.
Hey, Austin, great run. And Jerry Keyser here, the voice of the Hillbilly High Banks. Hey, no second place, kind of stinks, but what a run running up there with Kendall Tucker on a very slick, very tough Eldora Speedway tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. It was okay. I actually lost sound out of my right ear and my headset like lap 5, and that's how I hear my car, and I don't use a mirror, so it made being around guys really difficult. So I'm just glad I didn't wreck the whole field. So I was just trying to keep it between the walls and was able to do that.
That's something with as many guys that were running up front side by side early on in this one. That had to be very tough to keep that car. It had to be a handful.
Yeah, for sure. I was trying to give guys extra room, and I know I took someone's nose off once going into 3. I definitely didn't mean to. Just like I said, I don't use one of the mirrors, so I couldn't tell where guys were around me, and I usually use sound to do that. And like I said, I had lost my right ear like lap 5, so it made it really tricky and a whole new challenge, as if it wasn't hard enough.
Absolutely. Well, great job on picking up a runner-up finish tonight. I know you got some people to thank for that hot rod.
Yeah, just thank everybody at Stewart Racing, Scott King with Scott King Design, who's on my car, and Drew Neal, who does my my sprint cars. So them and John Fall for racing with me and helping me out. So it was a fun night.
Roger, you got anything else for Austin before we move on?
No, it's good to see him in the series, and he had a good run tonight. Always happy to see Austin get into one of these things and do well. He's one of the, like I said during the race, him and those top 2, 3, 4 guys there, some of the best on the sim. So congratulations to him. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us, Austin. I look forward to seeing you maybe Thursday in the big cars.
Sweet. Thanks, Roger. We'll see you then.
Second place finisher, Austin Simmelman. Let's talk to the winner here, Gary, and get Mr. Tucker up in the booth. Kendall Tucker, you there?
Yes, sir.
Well, back-to-back, man. Fantastic run tonight. I'm going to let my man take over and do the main part of the interview. I will chat with you in just a second.
Kendall Tucker, what a great run of getting up to win in tonight's General Tires Winter Nationals round number 5, brought to you by Tim Sims, powered by iRacing. Man, a great battle up front early in this one. You and Austin Semmelman turned into the class of the field about halfway, though.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun race there early. We kind of just got shuffled back there to I think 6th on the first couple of laps, and we just had to pick our way back up through there, and just found our way back to the top side and 3rd, and then ran down the 2 leaders pretty quick and got by them, and then a caution come out. So, it was a fun race overall. Just, it was fun to come out here and have a little fun on a Monday night.
Man, that late race lap traffic nearly causing some issues for you there as we come down to 10 to go. Walk us through a little bit of that.
Yeah, there was definitely a bit of lap traffic there. I wasn't too worried about it. I got a little close to a couple of them, probably closer than I should have, but I just knew I had to make quick work of them because it was just so much faster, just running the top all the way around, and I knew that's what everybody else behind me would be doing, so I just tried to get through the lappers, as quick as I could there, and it seemed to work out.
Well, once again, congratulations. I know you've got a lot of people to thank for that hot rod tonight. Let you do that.
Yeah, just my guys at Swindle Speed Lab and Slick Sim Sport. K1 Race Gear, Bear Archery, ML Performance, and thanks to Roger and you guys for the league and the broadcast.
Well, thank you for putting on such a tremendous show tonight, Kendall. Congratulations on that big win. Making it look pretty easy. We'll turn it over to Roger here to ask you any final questions.
Yeah, fantastic job, man. You broke it. We went 4 for 4, and then you repeated. So good job there. Too bad you missed some of the early races in the season. I think you'd be a heck of a contender for this overall title, man. What else are you running right now that's keeping you in shape to get these big blocks to the front? Because it's such a new mod for us.
Honestly, just running a lot of sprint cars here lately. It's just been doing those a couple nights a week. Just kind of been really busy here the last couple weeks with baseball and college and all that stuff. So I kind of have a full plate right now. So honestly, just got done taking a test before this, and it didn't go too hot, honestly. So I needed something to get my mind off of that. So I just come in here and had a little fun. I wasn't able to make Sprint Car League Thursday night. Had a game, of course. So honestly, I actually missed 2 races that night, unfortunately. But I race enough of this sim stuff year round. Baseball's definitely my main love. And it's been fun. Getting back out there. With COVID and everything, canceling the season midway through it last year. It's definitely been a long year off without it, but it feels good to have it back. And it's pretty much where a lot of my focus is here lately. We'll just hopefully hop on, some certain nights throughout the week if we're not busy, and stay sharp over here.
Well, you got a bunch of fans in the chat. You better give them a quick shout out before we let you get out of here. But thanks for chatting with us, and I hope I get to see you Thursday night, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks to my family, for all the support. I miss you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right. Thank you, Kendall. Your winner tonight, Kendall Tucker. Gary, let's run through our official results. Tucker's going to win it. Semmelman second. Evans was third. Hanley comes home in fourth. Jason Randolph was fifth. Colby Cooper sixth. Seventh, Garrett Boyd. Alex Rzinski in eighth. Jacob Schmutz ninth. Cody Olson was 10th. 11th to Wade Fields. Sean Hughes comes home in 12th tonight. Buddy Ware 13th. 14th, Tim Nichols. Our main man right there. Big shout out to Tim. Mason Leon in the 15th spot. Kelly Douglas in 16th, right? Kenny Douglas. Kenny Douglas in 16th. John Fallon 17th. Barney Craig was 18th. Jack Palladino was 19th, and Matt Westfall rounded out the field tonight. Fantastic race. Happy for each and every one of these guys to put on such a great show. Big shout out to Kendall Tucker. Fantastic job, man. Also Selman and William Evans for your top threes. Your final thoughts tonight, Gary?
Well, with 3 weeks remaining in this General Tires Winter Nationals, great race tonight. Kendall Tucker going back-to-back now with feature wins. Still anybody's championship. interesting to see some of these Tim Sims cars getting a little faster. Guys like Kenny Douglas making his first start and getting fast early. Barney Craig, Frank Palladino having some issues in the A-main, but making the show. Matt Westfall, always a threat, having issues early, dropping to the tail, but we'll see if he can bounce back next week.
All right, well, thanks for being in the booth with me. And if the racing will be like this one in your booth, I forbid you from missing another week of the season, sir.
Hey, if they're like this, I won't miss another week. This was a great show tonight. Looking forward to the final 3 weeks. Hoping we can put on an even better show for our fans each and every week for the General Tires Winter Nationals. Brought to you by Tim Sims, Super Clean, Radio Hospital, Red Lobster, Buckeye Flooring.
All right, that is going to do it for us tonight, folks. For Dominic Santino and myself, and Mr. Gary Keyser here at the Dirt Racing Network. We appreciate the time that you spend with us, guys. Don't forget your likes, your shares, your follows. Tune in tomorrow night. PRO 360 Wing Sprint Cars, 9 o'clock Eastern. And about 10 Eastern, Dom will go live with the NARC SSR 410 All-Stars. The rest of the week will be full up each night. We'll tell you what's coming on the next night. Until we see you the next time, guys, keep it dirty, everybody.